We got the wife's daily driver on the lift today. What are we doing, bud?
We're changing the rotors and the brakes.
Yep, rotors and pads on this 06 Jeep Commander. Let's do it. First one is the passenger side. I have turned the wheel to the left to allow for easier access to these bolts. We're going to take out these ones first. Those are 14 millimeter. That'll take the caliper off. Then we need to take the bracket off, which is held in by two 21 millimeter bolts. A little trick here before you take these off. Go ahead and get your screwdriver and push on it, and that will give you a little more space to pull that off. I'm going to grab a bigger screwdriver than that. There's a bigger one.
Where are these bolts?
I'll show you.
I'll stick them here and there. It's probably in the back.
Okay, now I'm going to grab a piece of wire because we're going to hang that caliper off the spring so it doesn't do any damage. Now that that's out of the way, see these pads, lots of life left on these pads. Oh, look at that. They're starting to go. I was going to say these pads are okay, but there's a lot of heat stress cracks in them. Let's see how the rear looks. Back's got some deep gouges. Ooh, deep, deep gouges in it. Yep, so they weren't good. So I just pulled those off. Just remember when you're putting it back on, this front one had the wear scraper on it, so that'll be important. You can just pound this rotor off. And I like to use the 3-pound sledge. Hold it steady. I'm just going to switch back and forth, alternating between here and here, and trying not to hit any of the lugs. Trying not to. I'm going to escalate to the outside of the rotor. This is going to make some noise. I had to escalate, but I try not to hit them there. In good practice, just trying to hit it here, but I'm not reusing this rotor, so it didn't really matter. There's a lot of our noise, though. They just rust right up, get gouges. Alright, these are the new ones. I tried something a little different. These are Raybestos coated rotors, which are supposed to stand up against water and salt and all that, which is the #1 source of corrosion around these parts. So we'll see how they work on this one. I also went with ceramic pads by Bosch, and I ordered all of these parts on Rock Auto, so I will put a link in the video description below. Shiny. I'm going to put on what is called an insurance policy so that it doesn't fall off. And now we need to push these pistons back into the caliper. And to do that, I use a standard C-clamp. And there's 2. But of course, when you get number 2, number 1 likes to come out just a little bit more. We're gonna put the bracket back on the car. Before we do, I just like to put a little bit of never sees on there, so it won't fight us the next time we have to do these brakes. Now most new pads will come with new sliders, and these Bosch pads did not for some reason, but it did come with the brake lube, which you can buy from stores if it didn't come with it. And basically we're going to put it anywhere the brake is touching the caliper, and I also like to put it on these 2 tabs for the slide. Now that one doesn't have the wear indicator scraper, so we know that that one goes on the rear, and this one does. So that is the front tab. Now these are all lubed up. We can put them back in the brackets. Maybe. There it is. Now we bring down our caliper and set it back over top of our pads. Okay, now it's the exact same procedure on the other side. Don't forget to take your wire back out. Two things I want to mention before we put the tires back on. I usually do it before I put the calipers on too, but make sure this rotor is pushed all the way in, and then turn it. And you hear that, and you hear this sound. That's the dust shield scraping. So I'm gonna make sure we bend that back so that it isn't scraping anywhere, causing us noises. Not much left of this one. So that's all done. You're also supposed to clean that off with brake clean so there's no grease on there. And super important, we just pushed all these calipers all the way back, which means the pistons aren't taking up the gap right now. So before you drive it anywhere, before I even start it up, I just give these a few pumps to take up that slack. Otherwise, first time you throw any gear, you're gonna try to stop, your foot's gonna go all the way to the floor, the brakes won't be there, and you're gonna shoot out the door like a rocket. Not fun. So pump your brakes up first. All right, let's get those tires on. And just like that, we're done. I'm gonna let it down, torque the lug nuts, take it for a test drive, make sure we're okay. Don't forget to pump those brakes, or you're gonna be sorry. thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you think we earned it, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'll put the button for that right, probably on me somewhere. And stick around, check out some of our other videos. All right, we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching 3-Day Weekend.